To the Batmobile. Let's go.
Atomic batteries to power. Turbines to speed.
Here, ready to move out.
The movie served me well. I think this year, having it at Comic-Con, I think I'll be able to bring it out to a bigger audience, a wider audience, and that's my intention of it. Whether they'll throw tomatoes and eggs, I don't know, but I just think maybe somebody out there might want to see it, and it's worth, setting it up.
It's definitely never a bad move to show like a fan film or a fan-like fan film, film like, or so at like a convention. It's never a bad thing, even if it's a small convention. Yeah. You never know who's going to be there, so you could make connections and all that. So.
But we did something at the Phoenix Comic-Con, and I was able to get some really cool people aboard on future projects who want to
keep on plugging away.
Yeah, Phoenix. That's a really big outlet for fan films for the past 2 or 3 years.
Yeah. The people, the organizers are really nice. I don't want to jeopardize anything about my relationship to Comic-Con, if there is any. But I find it kind of hard to get in that one, and a show as big as that without going through a lot of red tape.
Yeah.
Naturally, I kind of steer away from stuff like that. But seeing if I can get my foot in on that kind of thing, it's sort of tailor-made to that kind of audience.
Me and Chris got to get a film festival together, right, Chris?
Yeah. We'll contact Donald.
Let me know. I might be able to help out.
Yeah, get all the help we can get, and we'll try and get something going. That'll be really cool, actually.
Well, Will was a part of, I bring this up like every podcast since, Will was a part of a fan film panel in the past New York City
the New York
Comic-Con.
Yeah,
so that's something. That's a little something.
Now. Well, Rufy's off with a stick.
Well, one of the cool things, if you can get something going on during the times of the during that weekend of a big Comic-Con, that usually helps out with your crowd.
That's the thing. You got enough people together. Like Clive Young got this particular panel together, but I've contacting a lot of people. Would you be interested in having us there? Contacting fellow panelists and all that stuff, and he pulled it together.
Yeah. It all really depends on the main organizers or the quote the program director.
Yes.
If they're open to it. A lot of times, with all respect, I think a lot of the bigger shows, the program director is basically controlled by the powers that be, what they could put in. If it's independent, we don't want to, we only want big time people.
That's very, very, very believable.
And I've witnessed that, and I feel that pressure. And that's why you gotta turn left and go next door, or like I said, we were fortunate to go across the street to the Hilton and throw our own thing. Not to pull away. We do it after hours, not during the exhibitor hours.
How did you guys get the screening at the Hilton out there? What did you call up the managers and stuff?
I flew down to San Diego back in March, trying to see if there was any venues or nightclubs close to the place. I don't know if you've been to Comic-Con before, but there's a gas lamp district with all the nightclubs and bars. So I made my sweep, talked to everybody, and told them, I'm interested in renting it out to do a film festival, an independent film festival. First of all, the first response, they cringe because they hear the word independent.
No money!
But then they find out that it's happening during the big convention. It's, people are going to be flowing in.
There you go.
So it kind of helps. So that was my, quote, marketing tool.
Cool.
When I think it was like the last people I checked out was the Hilton, which is right across the street. And I toyed with the idea, why don't we just rent one of the ballrooms? And it turned out we got a pretty good price. Ron Santiano, Red Cape, went in half with me to rent the place. And we got it at a pretty decent price for what it is for that weekend. And, of course, they believe it or not, they had to get the okay to rent it from us from Comic-Con.
Ah, really?
Yeah, so like I said, the bureaucracies. And when I talked to the people at Comic-Con, I just said, this is going to happen after exhibit hours for extracurricular activities, so to speak. I talked my way, negotiated, and they approved it.
Very good.
But, you know, as well as that, down in San Francisco, I also run the Bay Area Fan Film Festival, which we usually do biannually to have fan films produced and actually show it. And usually I do that with live bands in a nightclub environment. So the fact that I had a track record that I've done that kind of helped it out. If you guys would like to throw something together, I would be definitely down to help.
Well, very cool.
We'll
I wanted to
talk
for a
about
while
it.
now, you know.
Yeah, because
We got connections, you know. We can make it happen, baby. We got those connections.
We're actually thinking about a fan film award kind of show. We worked on that, so that's going to be coming down the
could
pike.
maybe do that live and actually show the films. You know, that would be really cool if we can get a little bit of that. So.
That's definitely doable. I mean, I own my own projector and sound system and everything. Do you guys have a working or a friendly relationship with Rob Worley's Comics to Film?
No.
I like the site. I don't know if there's any personal ties to him.
They just hooked up with Cinescape, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah.
I don't know if they're taking over his site or not, but I
think it's going to be incorporated in a matter of time. You know, over time, I should say.
I think a lot of it would have to do is where, you know, whether you want to do it East Coast, Middle Coast, or whatever.
Right.
And just work out the particulars. So I think it would be something really huge.
We should do it on a tropical island.
Right. Let's do it in Hawaii.
Margaritas for everyone.
So if you guys want to do that, you know, I can definitely be used as a resource.
Cool, man.
And
appreciate it. We need some help for something like that, you know. As much as we can get, definitely. So it's much appreciated.
Oh yeah, you'd have to do it during. I'd say you'd have to do it during a major con, if not, you know, not necessarily in the facility that the con's being held. Like you're saying, you're going to have yours in the Hilton there, but you know, definitely around the time.
And that's all marketing. You know, they do it the same. It's very touchy and you know, just depends. You know, but if you get a couple of shows together that's really successful, you can almost do a tour if you wanted to. You know, in theory.
Pay for my plane ticket, somebody, please.
Yeah.
Well, Disciple, you write up your thoughts and you get them to me, and then we'll take it from there. You're the promoter.
Come on, JetBlue, let's go.
So yeah,
I'm bringing my fluffer on JetBlue. Hello, salute.
Yeah. I'm gonna need both of mine though. Yeah, fluffers are great. You know, if you have to spend money anywhere, that is definitely it.
Yeah, my fluffer's at work right now.
You don't want JetBlue balls though. You don't want that. That's bad. Bad news.
Hey, but they got those little TVs in the JetBlue, so you can fluff yourself.
Oh, hey-oh. We're funny guys today, man. I'll tell you. Hey.
As usual, we're going down in a ball of flame.
That's what we do at the end of the show. We just blow it all to high hell. That's our trademark.
Speaking of high hell, maybe Las Vegas would be kind of a cool place.
That would be sweet.
Hey, I'm down.
There's a lot of fluffers there.
Consumer Electronics Festival, maybe?
But it might be a gamble. Oh, that was horrible.
Oh, that.
Yeah, Las Vegas is a great venue.
Maybe a gamble. Just out of curiosity, how long did it take for you to finish both 1 and 2? Were they different time periods, or?
Oh, yeah. I did part 1, I believe. I think I did it in 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks.
Wow.
And that's not, you know, that's shooting at night and during most weekends.
Right.
Not straight ahead. Purgatory II was a little bit more in depth. I only shot it during Sundays because parking was free, and I think I did it between September and early November. So it wasn't that much production time. Like I said, it's extremely fast.
Apparently the dogs like.
Yeah, they always got to chime in.
That's our show mascots in the background.
Yeah. It's because it's thundering here each time.
Wrap it up music thing.
No, each time it thunders, they bark.
Oh.
They're dogs, but they're a bunch of pussies.
Oh, speaking of
Back to Fluff Girls.
Yeah. But SAG actors is they have a lot of restrictions. That meaning the Screen Actors Guild.
Right.
I like to call them the Film Actors Guild, but I can't really say that. Working with them, they have a lot of restrictions because they're under contract, and that kind of puts a stunt in guerrilla filmmaking. So that's another thing. Other than that, if you have good friends who can act or are willing to do the time, I think that's the best part of, people who actually show up and do what they need to do.
You better make a film this summer, because once they go on strike, they'll have nothing else to do.
Yeah.
Good idea.
Yeah. Well, one cool thing, are you guys familiar with the 48-Hour Film Festival?
I've heard about it, not too familiar with
me too.
it.
I've just heard about it.
Okay, basically, it's gone international, and now it's national, of course. Basically, you sign up, you have a team, or you're one person. You meet up on a Friday. You pull from a box, literally, and they give you the genre to make. And then they give you 3 things that you have to put in the film, and you have 48 hours to write it, shoot it, direct it.
Yep.
And then the end of it, they show it on the big screen, and you win endorsements and go on to bigger things.
That's kind of like 24. There's a 24-hour comic day, too, in October. It's basically the same thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's been going on for a few years now.
Cool. Well, I'm entering it this July, and that helps, that's to sharpen me up on being efficient. Not knowing what it's going to be about, or not knowing the genre, is going to put a real good challenge to it. But I do know whatever it's going to be, whether it's going to be a drama or whatever, I'm going to have some forensic detectives in it. I'm going to have back alley mafia people and a random zombie in it.
Covering all the bases.
It'll be an interesting drama.
What's funny about the zombie, for instance, I'm going to make it to where we live in a world where zombies are now accepted, and they walk around like the homeless, and basically when they try to bite you, you just turn them around and say, "Hey, leave me alone." They go,
"May I take your order, please?"
So in case it's a love story, the zombie's going to be in it anyway.
Yeah.
Just write him in. And I always wanted to do something with a back alley mafioso, the old washed-up Italians with the tracksuit and the white beater and the chains.
Feel a tracksuit going with the chest hair.
You do like I married a teenage zombie or something.
Even if it's a serious movie, I'm going to put these characters somehow in it.
That's awesome.
I think, it's going to be a lot of fun, but it's going to definitely be a challenge to do within 48 hours, and like I said, doing the scoring as well. But definitely, once it's finished, I'll definitely send you guys a link.
Yeah, that would be great.
Do you have banners for the show you're going to have with Ron Santiago?
As a matter of fact, this week I'm going to be doing them because I just finalized the agreement between us.
Okay, very cool. So send them my way. Whenever you get them, I'll put them up on Fanboy Theater or in the firm.
Cool. Thank you.
And I'll put them on. I edit for the comic book bin, so I can throw whatever the press release or whatever you got. Shoot it my way too.
Definitely.
We will be your pimps.
Yeah. We'll be your Fluff Girls, or your Fluffers, or whatever the fuck they're called.
You can't be a pimp and a Fluff Girl at
that's true.
the same time.
All right. I'll be the pimp.
How about Mel Madams?
Okay. I'd love to be one. Thank you.
I can get serious.
Oh, my Lord, that was bad.
Yeah, definitely. I could send that to you.
That'd be cool.
Red Cape being based out of Burbank, California now. It's just been back and forth through emails, and we finally got their deposit for the Hilton. So now they're in, kind of deal.
Very awesome.
Have you heard about their project called Eve?
I know it's kind of like a Japanese kind of film, kind of a character, like an action heroine.
Yeah,
that kind of a thing.
What's kind of funny is that one thing I noticed, I was like, man, there's a lot of Asians. Wow. And I go, wait a minute. Even though I'm considered an Asian, it's not an Asian film festival. Right. It just happens that we both happen to be the same race. So it's not all about, this is our international market or anything. We, as far as I'm concerned, my nationality is Oakland.
An American, not Asian American.
Yeah, and I'm definitely straight up nigga as far as I'm concerned.
I'm straight honky.
Yeah, so
straight up.
My I guess you could say my godfather was George Clinton from Parliament. That's my bread and butter right there. Yeah. But yeah, they just happen to be action films, and what's kind of cool is that they're both, I guess, created characters by both of us. So it could be an independent comic book film, and that's why we came up with the name called Hero Fest 08 for San Diego.
That's cool. We've got to kind of tie everything together.
Yeah, definitely. And which reminds me, I've been putting planters out there. I need to do some more. We're going to be showing some previews. So, if you guys know anybody who has trailers who would be interested in showing it at this, before the movies, let me know. Like a 45-second trailer spot or something.
There's a gazillion people out there we probably could hook you up with.
Oh, definitely. Me and Chris are, we're the dons of the fan film world, right?
Well, if there's like 3 or 4 you could recommend, or shoot me the contacts or anything, maybe I could coordinate that.
I'm sure we can get many aboard.
Should it be? Yeah. It should be something that's coming out, something that's been out.
Yeah,
preferably something newer.
Either or. And definitely in the future, we should definitely work something out. Even though I'm West Coast and you guys in the East Coast, we could definitely work on the show together.
We could make it happen.
That would be cool.
Make the magic happen, right, Chris?
We gotta.
It's happening.
We're the fan film catalysts. We gotta.
Yeah.
I like the idea though of having like a awards for fan film.
Yeah.
About time, it's like way overdue.
I don't know why it's not really supportive by Comic-Con people.
I think you answered your own question as far as the big boys controlling what goes on there.
Yeah. Like I said, not to badmouth them what they do, because I'm not in the meeting rooms, but it often seems like it.
Yeah, well, it's a business, I can understand that. That's my conservatism speaking out there.
Yeah. Well, see, there's a big thing that I kind of helped out in San Francisco for WonderCon is that back in 2004, I helped start the whole thing, like after hours, there's alternative stuff, and as long as it's comic book related, people kind of appreciated that. Whether it's a nightclub, whether it's another gathering, because masquerade, which is very popular, not everybody dresses up, but it would be cool to have a bar where it was kind of cool where people can sleep.
Does my mom's clothes count?
I'm sorry?
Does that count? Does my mom's clothes count if I dress up?
Well, out here in San Francisco, you blend in really well.
Right?
I heard that was a rumor.
They
think you're weird if you're not wearing your mom's clothes in San Francisco.
Yeah. Hello? We have people who moonwalk backwards butt naked.
Yes.
Out here, and it's like normal.
That's it, Chris. We're moving to San Francisco.
Yeah, not.
To the Batmobile.
Yeah.
Do it. Drive my Batmobile nude all the way to San Francisco.
Yeah.
Don't mind me. I just smoked some dust an hour ago. All right.
Yeah, you didn't really touch upon the cast. Did you want to give any kudos to them, or?
Charisse Parviz, David Lockhart, Roberto Divina, and especially Garth Parr. They were basically a lot of the glue on the energy, not only for just showing up, but it's still a lot of their own time that they put in. So they're definitely part of the creative process by bringing these characters into, breathing life into these characters. And that's a lot to ask for when they're doing it for free. And that's what I enjoy. I work with them because they put 110%.
Mm-hmm.
None of them come from fighting backgrounds, so we have to sell it to look like they're actually fighting. And a lot of it is just watching a lot of karate movies, but it's them on screen doing, we don't have stunt people, it's them.
Well, the way you cut the film, you did a really great job to how it looks as far as the fight scenes look legitimate.
They do. I was going to say that.
Yeah, it's all about selling it.
Right.
And framing it right, I wish I could have a situation where people can do these augmented stunts, but then, you deal with what you have to, what you can, and what you get. But yeah, they did a tremendous job. You know, you go to Craigslist, you don't know what you're going to get. We were very fortunate to get at least, you know, people who can understand and really go for it. Especially Charisse. She got it right the first time and wanted to do more. And I like that kind of energy.
Mm-hmm. Now, you replaced the first actress who played Alexis was a different actress than Charisse,
Maggie
right?
Galvin.
Okay.
Once again, we replaced her mainly because she wasn't available. She had basically creative differences. She wanted, you know, not so much of the script, but she kind of felt it was a little demanding physically for her. The first fight scene from the first movie. And I was trying to, when I had conveyed to her that was just, you know, you're going to do more on the second one. Health reasons, of course, which is respectful. And like I said, I'm not paying her, so you have to let her do what, you know, you have to let people do what they need to do. Mm-hmm. And so that's why we wrote in the whole jumping body sequence, because you didn't have the actress there.
Right.
Fortunately, I have a friend who looks like her, a little mulatto, and I had her be the person on the gurney.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so that's actually not her, just like
right.
Yeah, and it works out. And she just happened to work at Burger King.
Free Burger King for everybody.
All right.
Yeah, that's just it works out fine. The co-producer, Pierre Parker, he was also the fight coordinator. He's also a black belt in martial arts, BITW, which is the name of his school. And basically what we did, I had ideas for fight scenes, and I asked him how he would do it, something technically. So about 3 hours, he would kick my ass. And then I'd hold it, and then I'd write it down, and that's how.
This is how he kicked my ass. First,
you're like semi-conscious writing on a notepad. Oh God!
It's painful. It's really painful to get your ass kicked by an actual. And, you know, they're trying not to, but they actually hurt when they're just tapping you. But you know, I'd say if I did a right cross, you know, what, you know, body mechanics, what would it do? He said, "Well, I do this. Boom, 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 boom. Wait.
Hypothetically.
Yeah. And then, you know, you never know how you're going to shoot until you get to the set. So you frame it, you know, how you go, what would Wu Ping do? What would, you know, this person, you know, how would John Carpenter or Sam Raimi do something, you know, and that's the way I try to go with that. They're basically my hidden teachers. If you just sit and watch and you let the thing frame itself, that's the easiest way, unless there's a condition like a fight that happens in a tight corridor and you can't get certain shots. It'll come together, you know. But yeah, it's all about trying to frame it right. But yeah, cast was fun, great. Its own Purgatory III or the Purgatory movies to come out. We have a lot of reference material to start on.
Right.
But you know, I guess that's why we're having this screening at the convention to get interest for people. I actually already have been approached by an independent film company to do a Purgatory III.
Ah, sweet.
Which is great. But, you know, there's certain legal things you have to go through. And believe it or not, the way some of these independent films work, I guess their mother company gives them X amount of dollars to come out with direct-to-video type. And note that I don't know, like I said, I did this movie for about $106. For them, they'll say, well, can you do this for like $12,000 or $15,000? I'm like, I could.
You would kick ass with $12,000.
Yeah. The thing is that it depends on where the market's going with it. Does it go beyond the show? Does it go international? You know? So everything's on review on it. When they see you do a lot with nothing, it kind of gets their interest. So
yeah. This
happened about 2 months ago. And like I said, this is all from doing conventions.
Networking, baby. Networking.
Pays off.
So, you know, definitely I'm moving the film around and trying to get out there. It's a lot of footwork, a lot of hustling. And using that Cannes card, the fact that it's been there, it's helped out a lot.
That's great. Now, when you do Purgatory, the motion picture, please do not make, don't cast Arnold Schwarzenegger and don't make it like End of Days or something like that.
End of Days.
For that movie's defense, I do like Gabriel Byrne.
Right. Yeah, he's a good actor.
He's cool, but
he's a devil, wasn't he?
Yeah, he's a bad guy. When it comes to who would you cast, I don't even go in. I'd always predetermine something.
Don't hurt Dave's feelings, Mr. Lockhart's feelings.
Yeah. His nickname I affectionately call William Shatner. He's my Shatner guy.
Yep, that's what you said on the commentary.
Yeah, he's definitely my Shatner. If it's a camera, Dave's there. That's what I mean.
That's his job.
Hollywood. It's funny because he does look like Tom Cruise when he's not in makeup, and it's just hilarious. We always do Tom Cruise shows.
You do a Tom Cruise fan film.
Does he flip around the set and do splits and stuff and congratulates himself for marrying Katie Holmes?
He has the pointing laugh down. Definitely, he has the pointing laugh. It's just hilarious.
Jumping up and down on the couch.
I'm thinking Scary Movie 4.
Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah, that's boy, you got that down. But yeah, there's always that situation when somebody's putting in money, you'll find out the struggle of whether they're gonna, who has control.
Yeah.
Right. In other words, the way the Hollywood game is, they're putting up $13,000 or $15,000. One of the CEO's grandson or his nephew, they might just place him in. There's always favors.
Exactly. Like in any business.
Stuff like that. So, the way I kind of look at it is I'm more into, not that I'm a control freak, but I like to know what's going on up front. What do you have in mind? How much control are you going to just give me this $13,000 to make a film, or are there certain stipulations? And, of course, they said, we'll write it up, we'll get back to you, we'll see you, because they were talking about they had some people they had wanted to cast. So it's the kind of thing where you don't say yes right away. It's sort of like it's a series of meetings where you find out what's really on the table, and then you make your decision. Because, I'm not one to, if somebody throws a lot of money, I don't really jump because I never had a lot of money to jump at. If I'm just fine doing something and what I feel comfortable with, I'm just going to go with that. I mean, if the money comes in, that's cool.
Right.
It has to all feel natural.
That's good. You haven't been tainted. Your soul is pure.
Yeah. My fluffers taught me that. They taught me well. And that's another thing. Try and find a fluffer who'll do it for free.
Simply for the joy.
Try harmony.com.
That's hard. Gee, that's really hard. That's hard to find a really good.
That's on Craigslist. Exactly. Bum. Great minds think alike.
Hey-o.
Yeah. Craigslist has served me well.
Hey, anything for Taco Bell.
Endless source of pervs, Craigslist. That's how Chris got me.
Exactly.
Hey, Chris?
Oh, really?
Yep, I did.
Yes.
There you go. Yeah. It's funny because a lot of people are really surprised. Like the Phoenix thing, when the actors and the resources, and I said it's Craigslist. And people think it doesn't work, but it does.
It does. I've used that recently, and I'm working with a couple people off of Craigslist.
Half the equipment, music and film stuff I got from Craigslist.
Oh, no shit, yeah.
So, yeah. Equipment-wise, I have one camera. It's a Canon GL1 prosumer 3-chip camera. I use it also for my quote, corporate business, doing bar mitzvahs and medical experiments on the side.
Yeah.
For my corporate clients. But it's just, you can go down and get it at B&H or any of your Finder video stores. I don't have a lot of equipment because I don't have people to work on them, so it's usually just me and the actors.
So there's no dolly grip?
I'm still trying to what the best boy is.
I don't know what the hell that is. What the hell is a dolly grip?
Dolly grip is, I think that's the guy who moves the dolly.
Is that when you get behind Dolly Parton?
Yeah, he grips her from behind. You need 2 of those for Dolly Parton.
Oh, yeah.
One for each side.
Dolly grips, plural.
Yeah. And all that kind of the crew stuff. Yeah, you're talking to them basically.
Right.
Yeah, the one man show.
Yeah, and that's out of necessity.
Just like your opera.
Yeah.
The one-man show.
Wow, you've brought us full circle, fanboy Will.
I'm telling you, man.
You're an amazing interviewer.
Got it.
Wow. Yeah, that's a talent.
I'm good for some, not much.
Anything else I need to cover?
Well, I am tapped. If you want to...
it was a very, very insightful interview.
Cool.
You want to plug anything?
Only that this year I am running a summer film festival and a horror film festival for independent filmmakers for a local TV station. I will be doing a fan film festival based on superheroes.
Oh, cool.
For the next WonderCon in early 2009.
They got to send us some tickets, man. Come on.
Yeah, definitely. Everything is going to come through. Everything's down the pipeline. So I am going to be doing a horror film called Dead Time. It deals with, paranormal, something different than the normal ghost hunter stuff. There's a couple of short films coming out.
So when's that, the horror film? Is that something you're writing, directing?
I'm sorry? Yeah, this is something I'm going to write and direct.
Oh.
But then again, I forgot. There's an action film I'm going to be doing in Jamaica. No. Jamaica, was it?
Jamaica?
Well, I got hired.
Jamaica, Queens.
Yeah, well...
Oh, I thought you meant Jamaica, like the island Jamaica.
The island.
Really?
It is.
That's sweet.
And this
Nice.
all came from networking through the conventions and stuff. So it started off for me to be doing the action scenes to possibly co-write and direct in the spot.
It's amazing how great the convention is as a tool. It's a great thing. Really gets you out there. It gets a lot of interest.
If you think about it, that's the people who go there, so it's sort of a targeted audience.
Those are the people you want to get.
And I'm just taking full advantage of it.
Definitely,
I think
you should.
As well you should.
If you have product to show, the better you are. Because there's so many people who are going, I'm working on this, and they don't have
and don't follow through. Exactly.
Yeah. So
that's big time in the fan film community. That is such a big time problem.
Any community, in the comic book community, too.
Yeah. And that's
coming this summer. Nothing.
And then they make those websites, those fan film websites, just to get off on a tangent that, like, this is coming, and it never happens.
Yeah, what really chaps my eye, so to speak, is people actually do productions just to make a trailer. That drives me up a lot. They have no intention of actually doing it.
You mean like Grayson and stuff like that?
Was Grayson an actual movie? I don't know.
No, it was put together as a trailer.
Oh, okay.
I kind of considered it a mini film. It's just kind of like, seeing some nice shots.
That was a lot of work. But then I understand people do it for the demos or whatever.
Right.
But
get interest.
My chorus is chiming in.
Yeah, I think whatever you start, you should finish it. Man. So every time I'm on a panel or talking in Q&A, I say start it and finish it. Don't worry about it.
Right.
Even if it sucks, get it done.
Yeah. At least if it sucks, the next one you'll do won't suck as much.
There you go. You're going to get the criticism. You're going to get, motivated and go out there and make a better film.
Mm-hmm. I get a lot of questions about that. Are you worried about putting it out there? And I'm always like, well, you're going to always have the inevitable afterbirth of film critics.
Right.
Yeah, who absolutely produce nothing except criticism.
Yeah. And if you think about it, that's their purpose. They're doing what they do. But when you tell them, well, okay, let's see what you can do, 9 times out of 10, they don't do it.
Right.
They back out. They'll think, well, I'm just making my comment. They have to do what you said. If they see it for what it is, it makes sense. It looks like I got to get ready to go to work.
Fun! Yay!
Because unfortunately, I have a day job to pay the bills.
Yeah, I know how that goes.
Yeah.
I hate...
What the hell is that?
Fanboy Will does not know how that goes.
I don't know how it goes. I'm too busy reviewing movies, making no money.
Oh, well.
Yeah. Well, by day I'm a Victoria's Secret fluffer, so...
Sweet.
Somebody's got to do it.
How wonder you know so much about it?
It all comes back to the fluffing.
Yes, somebody's got to do it. Somebody's got to keep them perky.
You got to get credit.
Keep up the good work, Mr. Disciple. Mr. Disciple or Sutter Kane or, I don't know, Lazaga or whatever the hell you're called today.
Yeah. Sutter Kane. I also go under the name John Coffey. That's the name I forgot.
John who? John Coffey?
Like the drink, but spelled differently.
John Coffey, like a K or something.
Yeah.
Oh.
Have you guys seen The Green Mile?
Yeah, a long time ago. Tom Hanks and Michael, I forget his name.
Yeah, Duncan.
Yeah,
that's
Duncan Clark.
Yeah.
I was getting him confused with Ving Rhames. I was mixed the two up.
Yeah. Why? Because they're both bald and black? Is that what you're saying, fanboy?
And big.
Yeah. Right.
I'm racist.
One of them has a Band-Aid on their head. So.
That's right. His soul's not going to escape out of the Band-Aid on the back of his head, as the rumor goes.
All right, sir. I had a great time. You were a great guest.
Well, I totally appreciate it.
Yeah, man.
Once again, like I said, if you guys want to move forward with it, just get in touch with me as far as getting an event together, because I could help out on the event itself.
All right. Sweet. Well, we'll open a dialogue. We'll see what happens.
Yeah. So
it's great having you, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah, it's an honor, and now you guys have a resource.
Absolutely.
My other day job that I have, if you guys ever have any upcoming events where you might need a panelist or anything like that, I may be able to get down there traveling through my other job. So anybody, looking, even if it's in the East Coast, just
so you public speak it.
Yeah. One of the strengths that I can bring to it is basically the independent filmmaking and how-tos, and especially when it comes to the process. So if anything, if you ever need anything, just let me know. I'll be glad to help.
All right, very cool.
Thanks so much, man. Really appreciate it.
I'll be hitting you up for that.
All right. Well, once again, thank you, and I'll send those banners to you.
Yeah, send them my way. If you want to send it to Fanboy Theater, or you can send it to Chris.
Okay.
Either way,
we'll do.
We'll get 'em.
Okay. Well, it'll be
buddy.
within about a week then.
Yeah,
okay.
sure.
All right, sir. Go fluff. Go fluff away, sir.
You take care.
Hey, take care.
Take care, bro.